Now it's time for Chapter 2, Part 2 of The Flapper Wife by Beatrice Burton. Presently she heard the low rumble of Dick's roadster under her windows, and the next thing she knew it was broad daylight. She lay in her own bed, very tired and hungry. "What's happened?" she asked herself, for she felt blue and unhappy, as if something dreadful were hanging over her. Then she remembered last night. "Dick!" Gloria called. "Oh, Dick!" Immediately he appeared in the doorway. His face was covered with lather, and he held a shaving brush. "Dick Gregory, why did you throw that water into my face last night?" Gloria asked. Dick grinned. "Because I thought you had hysterics, and I guessed right," he cheerfully answered. "I went out and got Doc Seymour, and he gave you some pills to put you to sleep, or you'd probably be crying yet, or laughing. I'll admit that the laughing got my goat." "Well, don't you ever dare to throw one drop of water at me ever again, no matter what I do," Gloria said solemnly, "or I'll walk right out of this house and never come back. Do you understand?" Instantly he was beside her bed, holding her close, stroking her perfumed hair. "Darling, I was a brute to do it, but I'd always heard that ice water was a sure cure for hysterics." Dick stopped talking and put a finger to his lips in warning. From the stairway came the tinkle of dishes and the aromatic smell of fresh coffee. Maggie, Mother Gregory's maid, walked into the room carrying a huge tray. "Here she is, the world's best cook," Dick said with a flourish. "Mother has promised to lend Maggie to us for a few weeks, until you get your bearings, Gloria." "Indeed I wanted to come, Mr. Dick," Maggie said heartily. "I phoned Mother last night that you were ill, and—" "Maggie came over first thing this morning," Dick explained, when the door had closed upon Maggie's broad back, "and she sent word that you were not to worry about her. She says she can get along beautifully alone for a few weeks." It had not occurred to Gloria to worry about Dick's mother in a maidless house. She seemed so large and capable, so adequate to any of the small worries of life. There was breakfast for two on the big tray: chilled grapefruit, shirred eggs, and coffee with thick cream. Gloria beamed at Dick over the rim of her cup. Her eyes were soft as a child's once more. "Darling, I was dreadful last night, wasn't I? Tell me I don't deserve such a duck of a husband," she cooed. She patted Dick's big hand. She was yielding and adorable now that she actually had a cook in the house, for she had had her own way, as she always had since the day she was born. "I'm afraid my Gloria is a spoiled child," Dick said, but his voice was deep with love. "Next time she has a tantrum, I'm going downtown and play poker all night with the boys," he finished. Gloria gave a gasp of surprise. This from Dick! "Just you try staying out nights," she cried. "Just you try to pull anything like that on me. Do you know what I'll do?" Dick laughed good-naturedly. "Well, what would you do if I committed such a crime?" he asked. "Break a butter dish or something like that?" "I'd be off in a flutter of dust, right back to my mother and father. And you could keep Bachelor's Hall here all by your lonesome," Gloria told him. "I'm not going to be like poor Lola Howe, waiting alone night after night for Bill to stop gambling and stagger home." She meant what she said. She'd show him a thing or two. Lola Howe, with her tired, wrinkled face, might have to take such treatment patiently, but she herself didn't, not for a minute, with her looks. Besides, she knew she could manage Dick. He was helpless because of his love for her. That's the end of Chapter 2. Stay tuned next time for Chapter 3 of The Flapper Wife by Beatrice Burton. See ya. Thanks for listening.